Hello guys and welcome back to my Fate Grand Order Lostbelt 6 gameplay. Okay, let's see what happens. We have defeated Vargas for now. I think I'm pretty sure she'll be back again, but either way, we've defeated her, and the Welsh, the Autumn Forest have been burned down, and we are in that situation now. So let's see what happens and how this goes. What is that noise? Oh, fortune. I can't believe proud knight myself has to flee. This has been one surprise after another. The Child of Prophecy and the Foreign Mage were supposed to stay back in Londinium. Lancelot didn't obey her orders, Gawain only burned the forest. No, she's just Vargas, the Black Dog now. I have to report her betrayal to Her Majesty. Under the circumstances, she will understand why I had no choice but to retreat. But the biggest problem is that girl who saw through my camouflage. Oh, yeah. I should have made her tell me how she did it, but that damn Percival got in my way. Well, no matter, at least I know where to find her. As soon as I've reported back to Her Majesty, I'll go to Londinium, and I was wondering, why is he giving this monologue? Is he going to die or something? I feel like something's going to happen here. What the? Oh, is this a Morse? Wait a minute, what is that? What is this? What's going on? My legs, they're being eaten away. I know you, I recognize that horrible scent. I smelled it during the war against the Moors. Wait, are these like the caterpillars or something? You know, the caterpillar war or whatever, something like that happened? No, this can't be used. You're supposed to be dead. The High Queen, I have to tell the High Queen. Oh. What? Okay. Alright, what the? Wait, that was it? Oh my god. No, I could have ended this. Oh, we're back here again. I was gonna say I could have ended this in the previous video only, but wait, just a minute. Oh no, the caterpillar war happened a lot later, never mind. The Moors War, one of the great calamities, war between king and the Moors and the High Queen's army. Woodward defeats the Moors king, who curses the Fang clan with a manifestation of black dogs. Okay. Yep, fragment 6. Alright, we're back with Masha again then. Let's see. Alright, this fragment might answer a few of my questions that I had. Let's see. Day era 400, back when Britain's tree of emptiness still stood intact and whole. Masha was enjoying a peaceful respite with Ash and Totorot at the forest camp. Though still bewildered by how simultaneously similar and different her surroundings were, she told her new companions everything she could about their experiences in Fae Britain. So that's everything I know about the Isle of Britain, the land of the Fae. Does that help? Ash, is there something wrong with her? Well, Masha is literally telling them something that's going to happen in the future. So, don't be rude, Totorot. She isn't lying. She's telling us about the distant future. Yeah. So, in the future, this place is called Fairy Britain. A queen named Morgan unifies all the clans. And there's a figure known as the Child of Prophecy, as well as invaders from proper human history. Yeah, that's a lot to digest, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, invaders is too strong a word. Forgive me, I'm still processing everything you've told me. No, it's okay, I can't blame you for thinking of us like that. Anyway, does this mean you believe me coming here from the future, Ash? It's a lot to take in, but I can mostly tell you're being honest about it all. Part of me doesn't want to believe it, especially regarding the Child of Prophecy. You said she's the savior reborn? The next fairy destined to save Britain? Yeah, so it is her, isn't it? I guess, like, maybe like her next life. If there's such a thing in the future, that means Well, it means I'm going to fail, yeah. Yeah, and there's no way Ash is going to fail this time. This time. Yeah, this did happen before as well in 1000 and 2000. She's gonna bring peace to Britain, you'll see. This Mirror Clan fairy doesn't know what she's talking about. Wait, Mirror Clan? No. You're right, Totorot. I do have to make sure I succeed this time. You'll help me, won't you? Oh wait, by Mirror Clan I think she meant Ansel, isn't it? Yeah. You bet I will. I'm always happy to help girls who are doing their best. You said your name is Mash, right? You've got bad luck showing up when you did. If you want my help, you're going to have to wait until I finish making Ash happy. That's fine. Thank you, Totorot. I know I can count on you. What? Mash, if you don't have anywhere to go, you can stay with us. But if you do, I'd like you to promise me one thing. If you want to return to your own time, you shouldn't say anything else about the Exactly, yeah. You know, time paradox and stuff. Alright, is this because intervening in the past could end up changing the future? Something like that. I doubt anything you say or do here will have any effect on the era of the High Queen. But there could be fairies here in Fae era. Just a minute. There could be fairies in this Fae era where the Tree of Emptiness is still intact, whose destinies could end up warped. Oh wait, yeah, I see. So nothing I do here have any effect on the era of the High Queen. What do you mean by that? Hold it, Mash. This is getting into the future again, right? Yeah. Oh, right, of course. I shouldn't even be talking about the era of the High Queen anymore, should I? That's right, I'm saying this more to protect your destiny than us. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back again. I doubt anything you say or do here will have any effect on the era of the High Queen. Okay. Could be fairies in the Fae era where the Tree of Emptiness is still intact, whose destiny is gonna... Oh, I see. So she's saying that there might be people here that might get affected by... Is it? I think so. Okay, so Mash is like, nothing I say here will have any effect in the High Queen's era. What do you mean by that? I wonder, what does she mean by that? Like, why would it not have any effect on the High Queen's era? Anyways, so she kind of like stops us from thinking about the future again. Makes sense. When you go back to your own time, you can't bring back any knowledge that would create a paradox. True. The larger the paradox, the larger resulting gaps in your memory will be. Oh wait, the larger the paradox, the larger the resulting gaps in your memory. Yeah, I see, that kind of makes sense, I guess. You don't want to lose your precious memories, right? Wait a minute. Wait, is this like a... Is this an indication that this has happened before to Mash? Because... No, but... the memory loss that Mash went through was because of the Nameless Woods, isn't it? Yeah. It isn't because, like, she's saying here that the paradox is going to cause her to lose memories. So, like, what I was thinking was, like, the fact that Mash in the Nameless Wood lost her memories, is that like a reason? Is the reason behind that is because she went back in past? No, I don't think so. Like, that is something different, isn't it? That memory gap is because of the Nameless Woods. Or I think the Forgotten Woods, that's what they call it here. Okay, anyways, let me read. So it's better you avoid discussions of the future as much as possible. That being said, I really have to question this High Queen Morgan's judgment in handling calamities by sending them back to the past. Yeah. If you hadn't defeated the calamity of Norwich in the future, then we would have found that giant hand thing you told us about on that beach instead of you, right? Yeah. Wait, this also brings up so many questions. Like, has Morgan? So Morgan has been doing this. Morgan has done this before as well, to destroy the calamity. So what she has been doing is literally sending them to the past. But then, let me think. Like, okay, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Like, I'm trying to think, like, how would that affect the past? Like, if she sends something in the past, which is literally like a calamity, how is this going to affect the future? Like, but I guess at this point, at that point, the whole world gets branched into a parallel world, because obviously the world that Morgan is living, like, none of that happened. So he's sending them back to the past. So something new is happening in the past. Obviously, that cannot be in the same world. So it's going to get branched into a parallel world, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Okay. Talk about a close call. If it had been that thing we encountered, we might have lost the Knight of Londinium, who finally just appeared. Knight of Londinium. In that sense, you have helped us out more than I can possibly say, Mash. Thanks to you, this Fujimaru person, saving us from that battle, our own battle should go much smoothly. That's the battle you're fighting as the savior of Britain, right? Is that the battle from year 4000 of the Fae era? Or the War of the Summer from Fae era 2000? No, she said 400, didn't she? I think she said that. What year is it right now? The War of Summer happened in Fae era 10,000. What? What is happening? Fae era 10,000. The only war that took place in year 2000 was the yard dispute between the Earth and the Wind clan back when Britain was a lot smaller than it. Alright, is this a parallel world? I think there's a parallel world, isn't it? Like, it would kind of make sense. Like, Morgan is like just chugging those things back to the past. So obviously the world is going to get branched. In no way is it going to stay in the same world. It's going to get branched into a parallel world. Oh wait, I think I understand. Those year numbers must be back. What? In the time Marsh is formed, they probably count from the era years backwards, starting from the first year of the era of the High Queen. Yeah, like, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. It may keep things simpler if we just talk about past events in terms of how many years ago they happened. Oh, wait. Oh my god, this is just... It says 10,000. War of Summer. I need to go back and read the notes again. 1000. The time Marsh is from, they probably count the Fae era backwards, starting from the first year of the era of the High Queen. Yeah, backwards. No. Yeah, like 4000. Like if I go from past to present, yeah, it is backwards because it's kind of like BC and AD, obviously. Like before AD, when AD starts, it starts like 180, 280, 380. But before that, it went backwards. Yeah, like you move forward like from 10 years from 500 BC. No, 100 years from 500 BC is 400 BC. You know, like you count backwards. That's what she's saying, isn't she? Yeah. In the time Masha is from, they probably count the Fae era years backwards, starting from the first year of the era of the High Queen. It may keep saying, okay, let's see. The War of Summer took place 1600 years ago, which would make it Fae era 2000 from your perspective. Wait, what? 1600, oh, 1600, okay. 1600, yeah, there you go, so they're in 400. That was what I was saying. They're in 400. They literally mentioned that. It was a massive invasion perpetrated by Ireland, the Isle of Shadows. It was the second attempt by the Northern Fairies to invade Britain. They were also led by Queen Mab, who worked her human army like slaves. Wait, the Isle of Shadows. Is this like the what do you call them? Celts, isn't it? Like the whole yeah, like Skahat, you know, like Medb, who else? Kuhulin, you know, they were from the land of shadows, weren't they? Is this like an equivalent to that? Like the Northern Fairies, and yeah, and they say Ireland, doesn't they? Where you go? Yeah, perpetrated by Ireland, the Isle of Shadows. So that is like, you know, like obviously Med in our proper human history is Knocknaria here, and I'm guessing, I think they said like Mab is actually Med's mother or something like that, as far as I can remember. So this is literally like the, like, you know, like the, I think that the Celts attacking, isn't it? I think, you know what, let me check, like things are getting confusing now. Let me check one thing. Yeah, Irish mythology. Yeah, Celts. Yeah, like Kuhulin, Med, who else? Skahat, they were all like Celtic. So that is the equivalent to this, isn't it? Like the Northern Fairies. Okay, they were led by Queen Mab, who, it was the second attempt by the Northern Fairies to invade Britain. They were led by Queen Mab, who worked her human army like slaves. That was a really close call, wasn't it, Totorot? It sure was. They almost killed every clan in Britain. I don't know what we could have done if it hadn't been for you and the Black Knight. Right, Black? Okay, so never mind. I thought Marsh was the Black Knight. Okay, that completely, you know, like just wipes out that theory that I had. What the hell? I wasn't expecting. Okay. True, Queen Mab was a very powerful fairy. Okay. And it's not just because she had Albion's protection. She also had a primordial strength about her that the Southern Fairies simply don't possess. Okay, so this is Black Knight, alright. Ash managed to buy us some time, but if she wanted to wipe out the clans, there was nothing we could have done to stop her. But then, just as Mab was on the verge of victory, she proposed a truce out of nowhere. She then went on to occupy the vacant throne left behind by the Rain clan in Orkney and became the lord of the entire northern region. Okay, I see. Thank you for filling me in. By the way, may I ask who that is? This is Sir Black Knight, my escort. He and I have known each other for a long time now, haven't we? Indeed, ever since you became a public figure. Okay, so yeah, there goes my theory of Marsh being the Black Knight. Never mind. Ash and I have fought side by side for over 2,000 years now. Damn, I don't know how much more I can take, even with this undying body. Succeed or fail, I really hope this is your last attempt to save Britain. Don't worry, it's going to work this time. All we have to do is make sure the coronation goes smoothly. I guess that's true. If this doesn't work, then nothing will. After 10,000 years of fighting, the clans have finally agreed to live peacefully under Britain's new king. Oh yeah, this whole oh my god, yeah, like someone was going to betray them or something like. Yeah, that was what was told. We got to know that. Okay. Though I still find it hard to believe that a human of all people succeeded in unifying the five clans. Yeah, I remember that they said how the king was human as well. Still, I suppose it makes sense since fairies would never submit to another fairy's rule. If only we'd realized it sooner. Wait, hold on, did you just say Britain has a king? And a human no less? That's right, Map's still grumbling about it though. Says she's a much better choice for Britain's king than some human. Well, you know how proud Map can be, Totterot, and that's not even mentioning what happened with the War of Summer. But anyway, we are getting off track. Right now, Mash, we are in what you would call Fae Era 400. There you go. Yeah, so they just kind of mentioned that, I remember. Which I guess means this is High Queen Morgan. Means this High Queen Morgan will appear from 400 years from now? Yeah. I know I shouldn't think about it, but it's really not hard not to. I know Uther is human. Wait, so he only has 10 more years left at most. Yeah, like Uther Pendragon. I'm guessing. 10 more years. So does that mean his heirs will inherit the throne for a few generations until Morgan emerges to assume the throne in 400 years? Who knows, actually? Is that even possible? I guess you don't know either, huh, Ash? Still, at least it sounds like this new king is successful at keeping peace between the clans. After all, in the Fairy Britain I know, there's almost no inter-clan warfare whatsoever. I'm sorry, there I go talking about the future again. That one was fine, Marsh. It's still within the margin of error, yeah. Anyway, there's still peace in the future, That's good to hear. Up until now, Britain has been plagued for millennia with endless turf wars between the clans. To see that fighting end with our generation would be absolutely wonderful. Yeah, but in a weird way that is because of Morgan. The person who is like, ruling over everyone is the main reason why the fighting stopped. It's all thanks to us, Murian. And the wait, what? It's all thanks to us, Murian and the Wing clan, and Uther's coalition army, giving the Earth, Wind clan, Wind, Fang, and Mirror clans what for? Okay, so Murian is alright. Our only draw with map. Our only draw was with map of the King clan. But now that maps are marrying. Wait, what? Maps marrying. So marrying, like why did what? Uther to unify their nations, the two of them together might just be invincible. Okay, there's a lot of information they're just giving to us, like so. Okay, so Mav is marrying Uther. Though I do feel a little bit bad for Mav since Uther so obviously loves you, Ash. What the hell is happening here? Why is things getting so complicated? Don't be silly, Totterot. Of course he doesn't. Besides, once I see Uther take the crown and accept the bone bell from the clans, I'm going to go back to paradise. Okay. You know what's actually being a big problem here is that proper human history's version of the legend is actually always coming to my hand, and I always have to remind myself that proper human history and this is different. Like as soon as I hear Uther, I'm like, wait, isn't Uther Arthur Pendragon's father? And then I'm like, okay, no, this is not proper human history. This is something completely different. Like, so yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, obviously the Ash here is not Arthur Pendragon. The Child of Prophecy is also not Arthur Pendragon, I guess, in a way. So, like, I'm like, wait a minute, Arthur is marrying Mab, and then like, what is going on? And then I'm like, okay, wait, this is not proper human history. This is something different. Like, it's coming and interfering. Like, the proper human history version is kind of like, okay, all right. I think Arthur and Mab make a great couple too. I'm sure the two of them ruling together will bring peace to Britain for the next 400 years. Yeah, so Arthur is the main king, isn't he? Oh wait, is this human King Arthur? Wait. This new king is successful at keeping peace between the clans. I know there's almost no winter. Up until now, Britain has been plagued. Murian and the Wing clan, and Arthur's coalition army. Wait, what does coalition army mean? Is Arthur the king? Wait a minute. Coalition army. A force comprised of military elements of nations that have formed a temporary alliance. Oh, I see. Okay. Draw was with Mab of the King clan, but Mab was marrying Arthur to unify their nation. Yeah, so Arthur is that human king, isn't it? Why did they not, or am I making a mistake here again? Wait a minute. Okay, here we go. The clans have finally agreed to live peacefully under Britain's new king. There you go. Yeah, so Britain has a king and a human no less. Mab's still grumbling about it, says she's much better choice for Britain's king than some human. And that's not even mentioning, okay. High Queen, which means this High Queen Morgan will appear for 400 years from now. Okay. I know Arthur. Okay, there you go. She says that. I know Arthur is human, so he has only 10 more years left at most. Okay. I see. Okay, everything is clear now. Few generations until Morgan assumes to wait a minute. Okay, no. So yeah. Arthur is the human king. Mab is marrying Arthur. And Mab is supposed to be the ancestor of Knocknaria, I'm guessing. I think that's what I remember reading a few of the videos ago. Then after Arthur, after 400 years later, Morgan will assume the throne. Okay, alright. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still need to ensure the coronation in Londinium goes smoothly. Why aren't you using the cathedral in Salisbury for that ash? Isn't there far more history to be found there? Londinium may be an invincible fortress, but it still smells of blood. It's bound to attract Moors. If you ask me, Salisbury is still the safer choice. Maybe, but Salisbury is also closer to the pit. That place worries me more. No one in Britain knows what's at the bottom of the pit. Okay. No, the fairies of Britain fear it too much to even go near it. I'm the only one who can investigate what's inside, but it's too much deep for me to do alone. If only there was someone brave and strong, with magical energy to match a fairy. Well, what do you know? Someone who wasn't from Britain but was still willing to help, then I could go investigate it, right? Now, yeah. Ash, what is it? Of course, we do have someone like that now. Hooray! Change of plans, everyone. We're going to the pit right now. Masha and I are going to finally uncover the truth behind the greatest mystery in Britain. Okay. Wow, this was a short section, but it had so many things I had to pause like 100 times. Okay. There's still a lot of questions I have. First of all, who is Morgan? Is she related to Uther? It seems like, but I don't know. Maybe that's not the case. Also, what about the child of prophecy? And seeing how Mab is actually marrying this person, this Uther, who's a human, and what's his name? Totoroth was telling something about like, oh, Arthur would have been better with you, Ash. And Ash is like, oh no, it's like, nothing like that. After this, I'm going to go to, I think she said like paradise or something. So, which kind of shows how Mab and Ash in this whole thing, I don't know, it's kind of like I don't know, in a weird way, like rivals or something. If you think of it in that way, I guess you can understand why Nocnaria and Castoria, that is the child of prophecy, why they kind of are like, kind of rivals here as well. Like, in a weird way, I guess it kind of matches. So, yeah, this is still a lot of questions. It did kind of answer like a few. Okay, you know what? Let me read the notes. 400. Masha is sent to this time to the water mirror she meets Ash. Another question that I have is like, so what's Morgan doing? Just chugging the calamities back to the past? How does that work? Wouldn't the future be affected? Or wouldn't it branch into a parallel world if she does that? Like, she's literally changing the past, staying in the future, she's changing the past. Obviously it should become a branch to a parallel world, shouldn't it? I don't know. Or yeah, like, anyways, let's see. Eve of the decisive battle 1. Let's see. Tentacle's bell of pilgrimage, which I've been hearing constantly for 16 years, rings in the distance. It's a crude, roughly hewn bell that looks nothing like the bell it's based on. It embodies the wish that the child of prophecy will one day grow strong and set off on her journey. Tentacle is a coastal village located north of Cornwall. It is a small, insignificant place. Both the High Queen and the clan heads tend to forget it exists. Caster, I bought you a new book. It's about etiquette from upper class fairs. Also, this is her past. Okay. You should study it now so that you'll be ready when you leave for the castle one day. Let's see, do you mind if I put the table here? By the way, have your Fae markings grown yet? You'll be 16 years old in only 2 more years, I'm getting a little worried. Your journey is going to be hard enough as it is. I see you're working hard today, Caster. You are so diligent, dedicated, and innocent. You play just as hard as you study, and you always find whatever it is in the village needs at any given moment. The other fairies could learn a thing or two from you. Just seeing you in action fills us with hope. Still, I'm afraid it's going to be difficult to pay this year's tax. Oh boy, the existence tax. Thankfully, we should be able to sweep by thanks to all your help. But at this rate, I'm worried Tentacle may cease to exist by the time you turn 16. What are we going to do? Why must you be so very... I swear, none of these fairies have any tact. I guess that's what happens when you live past your prime. Wow. Well, there's nothing wrong with saying when you don't like something. In fact, you should say so. Don't you agree, Caster? I mean, you don't want anyone treating you differently just because you're the child of prophecy either, right? So come on, let's do something fun. The elder's not gonna mind if you just hang out for a little while. Did you hear there's a merchant caravan coming this way from the east road? Maybe we can get musical instruments from Gloucester. If they have any, I'm sure they'd sell you to you. I mean, you're the child of prophecy. Oh, have you been growing? One of the older fairies was saying you grow and change over time, unlike the rest of us. Yeah, wait, so, interesting. Wait a minute. Ooh. You know what? Nah, that, I don't know, that wouldn't. Like, what I was going to say is like, is Castoria like a half? Like, like a half between a fairy and a human? It would make, a lot of things would make sense then. First of all, like, here, this person is saying, you grow and change over time unlike the rest of us. So, yeah, obviously, the fairies, they don't age, they don't grow up. They stay the same, I guess. So, if Castoria is a fairy, she shouldn't be growing, should she? But she's growing, as this person is saying. So, I guess one viable explanation for that is that even though she's a fairy, she also has human traits, which would mean that she's a half. Like, maybe like a human, one human parent and one fairy parent. That is why she has like both of their qualities. Like, she is a fairy, but at the same time she grows like human beings as well. That would kind of make sense, I don't know. And here's another thing. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Like, I was going to say that Uther, since Uther is a human, but like I said, it wouldn't make any sense. Like, I was going to say, like, oh, maybe she's like Uther and I don't know, like Mab is a fairy, isn't she? Like, maybe, she's from their generation, that is why she's a half or something, I don't know. Like, because Uther is a human and Mab is a fairy, it would kind of make sense, I guess. But that wouldn't make sense at the same time. This is like 400, like 2000, which year is this? I've forgotten. Whichever year it is, a long time in the future, this is happening. So, and Artoria just was born, like, I think, like, how many? Like 16 or something years ago, they said. So, that theory would literally make no sense. But I still think there is a high possibility that she's a half between a human and a fairy. And maybe that is why it makes her so special. Makes her like the child of prophecy. It kind of makes sense. Being half human, half fairy would make sense because she is the only one who has both within her. So I feel like she would be like the appropriate person to be the king of this place and rule upon like fairies and humans both, because she'll be able to sympathize with both. If you know what I mean, it kind of makes sense, this theory. Like, if she's a half, she would be very appropriate because she would embody both the qualities of a fairy and a human. And she would be able to empathize with both a fairy and a human. And that would make her perfect as a ruler. So, I don't know, yeah, let's see. It's so weird to think about, but I guess it's better that way. With the magical energy you have now, you couldn't even survive against a single black dog. So hurry up and grow as much as you can, okay? Until then, we'll keep you safe. Everyone had such high hopes for me. It was a tiny village with no future, but they had all believed in me, even though I didn't deserve it. I think something happens to a village, doesn't it? Like it burns down or something? I'm sorry I'm so weak. I'm sorry I couldn't get stronger. Yeah, there you go. I'm sorry I couldn't protect our village. Oh, wood was burned it. What's wrong with this village? I told them it was futile to fight back, yet they still tried to resist. Did they get all crazy? Forget the tentacle fairies. Find the child of prophecy. We've embarrassed ourselves enough as it is. If we let her escape now, I'll never be able to face High Queen Morgan. His voice was like thunder. It was the first time I've heard a truly powerful fairy roar with anger. I was too scared to even try to fight. All I could do was run away by myself, crying. Oh, I remember seeing this guy. I'm sorry, Grandpa. I wish I could have stayed there with you. Oh, this is the Grandpa. Yo, it kind of looks like Black Knight, doesn't it? Never mind. I feel like I'm reaching too far now at this point. I'm trying to find connection in everything. Oh God. But you know, it would kind of make sense. Like, you know, like Ash has the Black Knight as an ally. So maybe this is like the Black Knight's later reincarnation, and he was reincarnated as Castoria's grandfather or something. It would kind of be appropriate if you know what I mean. Okay. It only took half a day to make it back to Salisbury. This new carriage is so much easier to pull. And now that we are fighting against the Queen, I have no intention of obeying the speed limit anymore. Wow. At this pace, we could make it back to Londinium before sunset. What would you like to do? I think I need a little break, yeah. Seconded, I'd need to get out before my poor back and butt shatter completely. I could use a breather too. I think I might have been getting a little motion sick. Then why don't you rest up at Mike's restaurant? I've been wanting to talk to him about something anyway. Alright. How about you, Percival? I'm going to continue to Londinium. I'm sure the Child of Prophecy will be welcome in Salisbury, but I don't think the same can be said for the commander of the Round Table Army. Yeah, I guess. What are you talking about, Percival? There's a resistance movement in Salisbury too, right? Why don't we just work together? I don't know. It's not that simple. The Round Table Army and the Salisbury Rebel Army are different organizations, yeah. They may be similar, but their goals aren't quite the same. Especially since Aurora is still publicly presenting herself as being the Queen's side, yeah. If she did anything to hint that she's sympathetic to Round Table Army, she'd be squished like a bug, clan head or not, exactly. Yes, that's true, yeah. But ain't it kind of a bad look to be sitting on the sidelines at this point? Not at all, Lord Muramasa. I wouldn't expect Lady Aurora to choose anything else. Anyway, Kundri's telling me she's had plenty of energy, so I'm going to go ahead to Londinium. Alright. And we're back. And yes, this is... Oh, beloved Child of Prophecy, oh valiant Child of Prophecy, courageous savior of Norwich, equal of the Queen in Camelot. She's going to rebuild Londinium and defeat the Tamlin. You're a star, Artoria, bona fide star. Well, I'd just as soon not be if it means having pancakes with my face on. The worst part is they're prettier than I am. I swear, what is it about Wind Clan fairies that make them so good at getting under your skin? Too cringy. You're finally back. Where were you? You said you were just going to be gone a little while, but it's been over 2 weeks. Oh, but never mind that. The important thing is you're back. I've got so many things I want to show you. I made a whole new menu. I've been getting along better with the Wind Clan fairies. And I'm even hanging out with humans now. It's been really busy, but I'm having so much fun. Hey Mike, sorry for making you worry. Still, don't you think you might be trying to fit too many new things at once? You're the kind of fairy who concentrates best when you're on your own, so I think you'd be better off sticking to one thing at a time. You think? Well, maybe you're right. But one's just not enough anymore. After all the amazing things you taught me, Da Vinci, everything else just pales in comparison. Oh my god, this Da Vinci is just... Jeez, how can I scold you after a compliment like that? Sorry Fujimaro, but I need to stop by the kitchen and taste test Mike's new recipes. I just hope he hasn't used any overly strange seasonings this time. By all means, take your time. We'll just be resting up in the back. Nice to see Da Vinci got a friend. Well, more of an apprentice, really. She said she got to know him while she was wandering around her own. It at least means we can come and go as we please. That does make it perfect for having secret meetings here at this quiet little back table. Oberon? Yeah, I've got something serious to discuss. I know you all kept quiet about this all after we left the Welsh woods, and I appreciate your consideration, but time is not on our side. Woodwoods' army still has Londinium surrounded, and if we're going to defeat them, yeah, I'm going to need a katana. What? Would you make me one, Muramas? Okay. Huh? Oh my god. I'm a grown man. I can't keep fighting with a tree branch forever, and your katana's so cool. Wait, you fight with a tree branch? Do you think I'd be okay if I wore one on my waist too? Oh no. Like, aren't you supposed to be a fairy? Like, are you okay with metal? Are you nuts? You don't carry a katana for looks. Besides, isn't iron, dangerous for fairies? Don't worry, it would just be for show. I never actually used something that dangerous. What's the point? Okay. That's worse, you dumbass. I'm not gonna help you be a damn samurai cosplayer. The most you're getting out of me is a bamboo sword. Oh, Oberon. It's good to see Oberon feeling better again. Isn't it, Fujimaru? Yes, it is. It sounds like a joke, but he's really serious about the katana idea. How could you do this to me, Muramasa? You're even stingier than I thought. Did you forget how you only beat Vargas with my help? That's got nothing to do with this. I can't give you a katana when you don't even know how to use one. I gotta admit, you were pretty good in that fight though. When you said you weren't much good in a fight earlier, were you just being modest? Well, yes and no. I don't like pain, and my abilities make it much better at serving in a support role. Plus, I didn't really want to draw attention away from the child of prophecy. Ah, I see. If she thought her companions were more capable than she was, Arcturus probably would have slunk back to Tentacle long ago. So I decided to avoid the limelight until she started feeling a little more confident. Good point. I probably would have just gone back to Tentacle if you had... Yeah. See? At any rate, that was my own one foray into combat. I wasn't myself back then. The foreign mage is supposed to guide the child of prophecy, not me. I'm not going to be overstepping my boundaries anymore. From here on, this battle is for the two of you to fight. Besides, now that the Welsh forest has been burned down, my part in this all probably is just about over. Oberon? Guys, Mike just told me some big news. Huh, what's with the long faces? Did you already hear about it from a patron or something? What? No, we haven't heard anything. What's this about, Da Vinci? Well, some of the refugees from Norwich who escaped to Salisbury headed off to Londinium this morning to join the Round Table Army. Ah. Is it because we defeated Gawain? Yeah, I guess. Yep, apparently news of a defeat has already made its way across Britain. I have an idea or two about who might have gone around spreading that rumor, but never mind that for now. Wait. Yeah, who went around? Okay, am I missing something? I feel like at this point I should realize who spread the rumor. Like the ones who fought, who were there present while we were fighting as Barghest, are we few people, aren't we? So was it Oberon? But if it was Oberon, she would literally tell that. Why would she like... Oh, is it him? The important thing is that people are starting to really put their faith in the child of prophecy now. The enemy thinks the Round Table Army is just going to stay holed up in Londinium, but if we can muster enough fighters to go on the offensive, yeah, it'll work even more. We can defeat Woodwoods before the Queen sends reinforcements. Exactly, though only if we keep getting more fighters from across the country. And if we're going to make that happen, we've got only one option. Can you do this for us, Oberon? Of course, besides you guys have already made the criteria Aurora laid out. Exactly, yes, we can go back to. All that's left now is for her to hold up her end of the deal, yeah. So let's go get your reward from saving Norwich. So we'll be ringing the bell of Salisbury as well, I'm guessing, now. Oh my god, what? Who are we fighting? There's some alter ego and stuff. What is going on? Alright, what? Will we be fighting people from here? Okay, there you go. Oh no, they're going to send people, I think. That's the fight. Oh, that's what we're going to fight. That went great. Aurora didn't have any problem with letting us ring the bell. I was just reciting poetry when I heard the bell ring all the way outside town too. It was as clear as a crunchy carrot. Still, I can't help but worry about how Lady Aurora will be able to keep her position after this. I don't think she's keeping her position. Like, I don't know. Like, how can she? Like, I have no idea. Let's see. Apparently, she plans to tell the Queen that we broke in. Wait, what? Okay, that's one of the most weirdest excuses I've ever. Oh my god. Will she believe that? In no way. She plans to tell the Queen that we broke in and rang it while she was away. Oh my god. We'll just have to trust that Aurora's diplomatic skills will be enough to carry her through such an obvious lie, yeah. Still, even if the Queen does start treating her as an enemy, so long as she can maintain plausible deniability until we defeat Woodward's army, yeah. We can then send round-table army troops out to Salisbury to keep her safe in case the Queen's army shows up. Great point. And besides, Arthur is around too well now. By now, even I can tell that her aura is incredible. Oh yeah, we got a power boost. Wait a minute. Oh god, something got in my eye. So yeah, she again got a power boost, I'm guessing. Everything from her strength to her power to her destructive force has increased. Like 1 billion times over. What's with that face, Garrett? Just so you know, I'm the strongest fairy now. Not even Vargas could stand a chance against me. Oh man, I can't believe you actually said that. I was so impressed. Wait, did she actually say that? You think? I don't remember saying anything like that, but do you really think so? What do you think, Fujimaru, Oberon? Could I take Baggy a 1-on-1 now? No, you cannot. Not likely, yeah. You're probably just a bit stronger than Tristan now, but Vargas is tough even without her gifted name. Yeah. She still has at least 10 times the strength and skill you do, so taking her on alone would be suicide. Right, of course. It's not like I was any better than trash to start with after all. Now, that's being way too hard on yourself. Fujimaru's right, your magical circuits. Oh right, for fairies they're called Fae markings, aren't they? Oh, I was wondering what these, like they were talking about, like, you know, in the flashback about Fae markings. Okay, so they're like the magical, okay, circuits. Anyway, no matter what you call them, you clearly have more of them now. For example, both humans and fairies alike are born with a set number of nerves. But in your case, instead of getting stronger through training like most people, you have gotten stronger because of an increase in the number of nerves you have. I see. It's completely unprecedented and makes you very, very, very special. That said, it also raises other question. I've heard there are two kinds of fairies here. The kind whose appearance never changes from time they're born, and the kind whose appearance changes at every stage of their life. Oh wait, so was I wrong then? Like, my theory about her being a half? Maybe I was wrong then. Maybe she's the kind whose appearance changes. By this point, I'm pretty sure you're the latter type. But there still aren't many past examples of a fairy's abilities growing this much. Though there have, of course, been cases where a loss of purpose or shine has led a fairy to losing magical energy. So how do you feel about these developments, Artoria? I wish I knew the answer to that myself. Well, maybe it's just because I'm the child of prophecy. I need some sort of edge if I'm really going to fulfill my calling. That makes sense. I'm a mediocre fairy like you. If a mediocre fairy like you is going, oh my god, to defeat a genius like Morgan, you pretty much have to cheat to stand. What about you then, Oberon? How good a fighter are you anyway? I didn't have a chance to see in the forest, so why don't you show me what you can really do? Oh, we're going to be fighting Oberon, okay. I already said I'm not going to fight anymore, remember? Besides, who would I even fight? Muramasa? That's why the alter ego, I'm guessing? Okay, Muramasa, there you go, you're with me. Gareth, you're also with me. Redderbit, you're with me too. What? Da Vinci, okay, what? No. You're with me. And Fujimaru, you're, of course, with me too. Okay, we have our teams. Let's go, Oberon. I'm going to kick your scrawny ass up and down this field. Fine then, you'll take my side, right, Fujimaru? You know what? Alright, fine. Why not? Oh my god. So... Wait. Oh my god, there's like so many. Okay, Morgan. Oh yeah, there's an alter ego, isn't there? Yeah. That's why I guess Van Gogh is getting the down sign. Okay. Yeah, let me take her still. Who else should I take? Yeah. Wait, can I? Okay, let's go. Oh, this should be easy. Alright. More reinforcements, there you go.
黄金律にも種類があるのさ。
さてありがとうだ
手に入りそう。暗き湖よ、いい目を背けないで。
There you go.
時期だ、神戸を垂れよ。恐怖は希望もない。何人通りにあたわず逃がす者潰れなさい。光栄の本気です。
Damn.
調子は悪くねえな。
いつもより多めに。いつもより多めに。簡単に終わらない。白熱いきます。今のうちに準備。 目を背けない。よく言いました。死になさい。魔女ですので。アコール。多くの雲。やっと血がたぎってきたのに、終わりだなんて。いつの世も反乱分子は物足りませんね。
And there you go, that takes care of that. Easy, easy battle. Salisbury bell has been rung. Now I cannot yet declare this publicly, but as the head of the Wind Clan, I have accepted the Child of Prophecy as the rightful savior of Britain. Once she has rung all 6 bells, the Wind Clan shall make our objections known to the Queen. Unfortunately, this also means that the horrors of war will one day reach Salisbury as well. Yeah. Will you all accept my decision, even if it should bring trouble to our doorstep? Of course, Lady Aurora, you needn't even ask. You cannot trust Queen Morgan with Fairy Britain. We have all been eagerly waiting for this day for a long time. I would expect no less from the guards of Salisbury. Your loyalty pleases me. The Child of Prophecy has returned to Londinium. Her battle with Moodwoos will begin shortly. Things will start to change very quickly all across the land once she has rung Oxford's bell as well. Yeah. Be sure to set your formalities so that you are ready to deploy at any moment's notice. Huh? Excuse me, Lady Coral. Our formations are already set. We can leave for Londinium at any time. Shouldn't we go help them fight Woodwoos to show how strong Salisbury truly is? No, like, I don't know. Watch your tongue, this is not your choice to make. Listen to me closely. The Fan Clan has been proud guardians of Britain, have long been proud guards of Britain. The Wind Clan will never do battle with them. Our enemies are Morgan, the Witch, the Earth Clan for the transgressions they have committed, the Queen's supporters in Camelot who gorge themselves on peace. Oh my god, wait, what? And the humans of the Anti-Fairy organization who don't know their place. Wait. So, they'll never fight the Fan Clan. Ah, okay. Lady Aurora will not lead us into battle until Camelot is well and truly on the back foot. I will not tolerate anyone carelessly putting our fair city in danger. Salisbury will remain neutral until the time is right. Forget about the humans in Londinium. So, is that so Salisbury won't be punished if the Child of Prophecy should happen to lose? Don't know. That is what I said. I trust there are no objections. Understood. We will not open Salisbury's gates to anyone, even refugees from Londinium. Really, I don't see the harm in that, Coral. Lady Aurora? It may be dangerous for us to take in soldiers from the Round Table army, yes? Yeah, but refugees, I guess. But civilians from Londinium who take no part in the battle would merely be refugees. It would be improper of me as the head of a clan to simply turn aside people with nowhere else to go. Besides, if we were simply to leave the weak to their fates, on what grounds can we object to King Morgan's rule? True? But if we take in refugees, we'll have to fight the Queen before the Child of Prophecy can complete her pilgrimage. Wow, it's so like, what can I say? They're just like sitting down and like, oh, Child of Prophecy will do everything. After she does it, then we'll do it. It's okay, Coral, it won't be a problem. You saw Artoria for yourself, right? She's strong enough now to keep Londinium safe. Plus, she has Oberon and Fujimaru with her as well. That said, the Round Table army was somehow to fall in spite of all of that. Then the time for us to remain on the sidelines will have ended. For we will be honor bound to protect the lives of freedoms of any fairies and humans who come from Londinium seeking refuge, yeah. Wow, that's so generous of you, Lady Aurora. You refuse to put us in danger by helping Londinium, yet you're still willing to help its people, even though they're tried so pointlessly to assert their independence. Why is that? Okay. You truly are the perfect queen, Lady Aurora. You're the one who can bridge the gap between fairies and humans. We of the Liberation Army vow to keep you and your city safe, even if it should cost our lives. Wow. What are these inferior creatures saying? There's no possible way you could protect Salisbury or Lady Aurora by yourselves. It's no use. I knew humans were worthless. All I can do now is hope the Child of Prophecy succeeds. I hope she's able to ring all the bells of pilgrimage before it comes to fight the Queen. Okay, I'm going to end it here. Yeah, I'll be ending it here. So wait, now we'll be in Londinium, yeah. Okay. So there you go, guys. That is it. The fragment section with Marsh was kind of interesting. Like I said, like there's quite a few new questions I have, but again, all will be answered by the time we get to know more about the story, I'm guessing. And yeah, one of my theories that I had, that is Marsh was a Black Knight, is out of the window. That is not the case. The Black Knight is there, so that Black Knight isn't Marsh. So that is kind of interesting. Another thing that happened here is that we got to know that, like, we already knew it, but we get a confirmation, kind of a confirmation, that Morgan has been chugging the calamities back to the past. So, like I said, I wonder how that affects the future. Like, in no way does it not affect the future. She's literally throwing them to the past. Like, how does that even work? So, I don't know. Like, I guess she throws them back, and over there, Ash defeats them. And is that why nothing happens in the future? Otherwise, things should change. Like, I don't know. But either way, these are the few things we got to know. We got to know a little bit about the king, that is Uther, and Mab, and what else? Like stuff like that. And I made a theory that Artoria is maybe like a half between a fairy and a human. And I don't know, it feels appropriate if she's a half, because it would make sense so much why she's fit to be the king, because she's literally has both fairy and human in her. That would be the case, and it would make her so much more fit to be a king or something like that, But I am not really sure, because in the end Da Vinci does kind of say that, oh, there are two types of fairies, one that change appearances, one that doesn't. But Da Vinci also kind of says that it still doesn't make sense how... No, Da Vinci said that even though the appearance changes, the core power, that doesn't really change that much. So that's why she was like, how does it feel to get your power increased, Castoria? So I'm not really sure, like, I don't know, that felt like a very good theory. In my head, that feels like a very good theory, that Castoria is actually a half between a human and a fairy. Now, no, wait, what am I saying? Oh my god, I just realized something. Good lord. Fairies can't have kids. Oh. Oh my god, things are getting so well. Yeah, so then no, then that's not possible then. Yeah, fairies have no concept of babies. And yeah, they also kind of explain how humans are made is that they literally are like manufactured. And like a product. So okay, no, okay, that throws my what do you call it? My theory of Castoria being a half of a human and a fairy also out of the window. That is also not the case. Never mind. Because yeah, fairies don't have any concept of kids or babies or any of that. So how can she be a half between a, yeah, that wouldn't make sense. So yeah, well, you know what? Let's just wait. I'm sure I'll get all my answers. And like that past that we got to know, that Athar, Mab, and like the whole Ash situation, and how Ash is now like, oh Mash, come with me. Let's go into the pit and see what's going on over there. That as well. So these few things, happened, and it brought a few more questions in my head. Let's wait for it. I'm guessing it all will be answered in due time. So that is it. Thank you for watching, guys. This was my gameplay for Lostbelt 6. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow with another video on Lostbelt 6. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.